Netflix's new Danish series, Elves, has just arrived in time for Christmas. But don't be fooled, these aren't the kind of elves we usually see at Christmas time. So is it worth the watch? Hello, thank you so much for joining me for another video. My name's Carl. Today's video is the review of Netflix's brand new horror series, Elves, which has just arrived in time for Christmas. If you're visiting my channel for the very first time, Carlinio 9, hello, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please consider sharing and subscribing if you can, because it really does help the channel out and I'd really appreciate it as well. Thank you. The story follows a family of four who travel to a remote island off the coast of Denmark for their Christmas holidays, only to find out that the island holds a dark secret where the village locals are living in balance with these fierce creatures living in the woods, called, you've guessed it, elves. When the young girl in the family finds and brings home a baby, it disrupts the balance for everybody involved. You probably guessed by now, this isn't your typical Christmas joy series. This is the darker side of Christmas. I would probably class this as a mystery stroke horror series, although it did fall short of the horror side of things because it was actually quite tame. We didn't get to see any killing, just the aftermath. Having said that, Elves did kind of grab you from the start, especially when the family seemed to hit something. I would have liked to have seen each episode about an hour long to go more in depth to explain the island and its secrets. There were some beautiful moments that did capture that Christmas family spirit. In episode 2, the family, they've got this real Christmas tree, they're decorating it, the log fire's burning away. It's just a beautiful Christmas scene, and this is where I noticed the good camera work, because at the side you can see this window, and over in the distance through the window of this cabin or lodge, we can see this guy and he's watching them. And then when the camera switches to the guy, you can see the lodge or cabin in the distance and the window, and you can see the family through that window decorating the Christmas tree. I just thought it was really good camera work. Let's talk about the lodge itself. We have this family, they're on their Christmas vacation, they're on an island in the middle of nowhere, and this was a really good scene because there's no Wi-Fi, and that's the first thing the kids notice, which is just so true in real life. There's 7 main characters in this series. We have our family of 4 who are on their Christmas holidays, and we also have 3 more serious characters who are from the village. We did see a glimpse of other people in the village, but it was just a glimpse. I would have liked to have seen this go into a little bit more detail into the story, but I suppose this series did have a budget. The younger girl called Josephine, she is the main star in this series. She's kind, she's caring, she's loving. She brings complete chaos to this small local village. But you have to think, if you've got these creatures living in the woods, why are you able to rent out a cabin or a lodge in the first place? I must give a special mention to the elves. When I think of elves, I automatically think of Santa's little helpers dressed up in red and green. But these elves, they were meant to be more wild. They had razor sharp teeth, sharp claws, and they were very good at camouflaging themselves. I'm not sure if this series used CGI or whether they were mechanically, but they were excellent on camera because they were nothing like you would expect them to be. There was a baby as well called Kiko, and this one was just so sweet. It kind of reminded me of Gizmo from the Gremlins. This is meant to be a serious series, but at times it did contain some funny moments. The old lady from the village, she's like the leader in the village. Her name's Karen. She is very blunt, which was quite funny at times. And also there's a particular scene where the parents are frantically looking for Josephine, and they look at their son, and the son says the creature was an elf. Well, you can imagine the look on the parents' face. Elves did contain some tense moments that did build on that anxiety, especially from episode 3 onwards, but it was only a little. Unfortunately, I don't think this was scary at all to be classed as a horror. A couple of little things I did actually notice in this series. The lodge or cabin is in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by woods, yet the young girl, the daughter in the family, is allowed to wander off and explore on her own. Also, if you do decide to watch this series, keep an eye out for the red pickup truck. The interior's got this flowery carpet design. It looks really horrible. Episodes 1 and 2 dive straight into the story and introduces us to our characters, while episodes 5 and 6 runs at a fast pace, while it's a race against time. The one thing I liked about this series is Elves did leave us with a good, satisfying ending to the story. Please do join me in the comments. I would love to know for this review, what's your thoughts on Elves? Did you like the series? Did you dislike the series? Also, any family holiday disasters you can share with us? Probably not as drastic as this family's. If you decide to watch this series, there's 6 episodes in total. Each episode roughly lasts around about 20 to 26 minutes. So this is an easy binge watch. There are English subtitles as well, which I thought wasn't too bad. And it was quite a good series. It wasn't brilliant, it wasn't bad either. The age rating is a 15 here in the UK. There's no sexual nudity, there is some profanity, and there is some violence as well. I'm going to give the Netflix series Elves 3 out of 5 popcorns. Straight down the middle with this one, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this review. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe if you can. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.